Hey everyone, welcome back to Magic Time. I'm your host Thomas, coming to you live from a really pretty vineyard down here in Carneros, which is our furthest south sub-appellation of Napa Valley. And I'm going to be kicking off this series in Carneros and showing you each and every one of the sub-appellations of Napa Valley, starting here and traveling north throughout the valley. I wanted to start down here in Carneros, not only because it made kind of geographical sense in terms of starting further south, but also because it was the first sub-appellation of Napa Valley to be declared. In 1983, the vintners of southern Napa Valley came together and they said, our climates are incredibly different in the south part of Napa. At any time it's 15 degrees cooler down here, and our soils are different. They're mostly comprised of clay and they're very shallow. We get lots of winds, we get lots of fog, and this is Pinot Noir and Chardonnay country. We tried to grow Cabernet down here, and Cabernet can't quite get ripe like the rest of the Napa Valley. So they put a petition together and they subdivided in 1983 to create their own sub-appellation of Napa. Now, this is the only sub-appellation of Napa that actually shares a large portion of itself with Sonoma County. And in fact, the larger part of Carneros is located in Sonoma County. I'm standing in Napa Valley in the southern part of Napa, in a gorgeous vineyard. I think it's owned by ZD. Shh, don't tell ZD I'm hanging out in their vineyard. But it's a beautiful place. The appellation is about 90 square miles, and under vine there's about 9,000 acres, and most of it is Pinot and Chard, cooler climate Burgundian varietals that thrive in this environment. But there is a little bit of Merlot and Syrah as well growing here in Carneros, which is mostly tucked up kind of by the hillsides, a little further north from where I'm standing right now, kind of by the base of the Mayacamas Mountains. The further south you get, the cooler it gets, because you get closer to the San Pablo Bay, and you'll find mostly Chardonnay down there. Chardonnays that have really great acidity, great minerality, and kind of somewhat resemble the wines of Burgundy. The Pinot Noir in this area tends to be kind of bolder and have some good spice notes to it. Sometimes people describe it as having a little smoky tone to it. But they're very, very beautiful wines. They're different than the Pinot Noir out in like the Russian River Valley or the Anderson Valley areas, which are also cool climate, and the fact that I think the Pinots down here aren't quite as jammy and fruit driven, and they have a little bit more minerality, acidity, and a little bit more of a Burgundian style. At any rate, please subscribe to the channel and follow this little AVA series to figure out each one of these little pockets of Napa Valley and what makes each pocket and which little sub-appellation, what makes them different and unique, and how the vines react and grow in the soils and the microclimates of each one of the sub-appellations of Napa. Thanks guys, cheers. Hey guys, a little information I left out in the last video. Carneros is an incredibly historic place as well. The first vines were said to have been planted back in 1830, and the first winery to open was Bouchain Vineyards, which is one of the oldest still operating wineries in the country. 1870 is when they were opened. It's also where most of the Chardonnay and Pinot grow for the sparkling houses of Napa Valley, meaning Domaine Carneros, Mumm, Domaine Chandon, Schramsberg. All that Chardonnay and Pinot Noir that they get is usually from Carneros because of the great acidity that the grapes have down here. Anyways, that's just a little adage to the video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Cheers.